Is Jesus the only vibe? If you believe that Christ or God consciousness or Jesus is the appropriate vibe for you, then you would be correct. Then that is going to be your vibe. Now, this is coming from a video that I made based on us judging information before we have the full entire picture. Meaning we love to judge things that appear to be dark in density. We love to judge things that appear to be dark in form before we understand what that is, which is all conjecture. And this very specific comment is, y'all need Jesus, and that's a vibe. That's the full entire comment. Based on my practice, on the way that I tune in, and the way that I create information to be of assistance to the human body. Now, this topic and this conversation and this might seem like an attack. I actually don't think that this person is attacking me, and I don't take it that way because I know through verifiable, validatable truth that the things that I can do create change. I've seen them happen. I've seen people go from poor health to good health instantly. So I'm not concerned about this comment. But what I do think that this is a really good platform to talk about, or opportunity to talk about, is the way that this comment comes out. The way that this comment comes out says, really, and the words between the words are, I've only been taught that some kind of healing or some kind of practice to help make you feel better must either come in from God consciousness or from Western medicine, or from someone who has a very specific certification that I feel like is validatable and honorable. And that is your perspective, but that perspective is all based in conjecture, meaning that there is lack of information that you simply do not have in front of you. And I'm happy to help you through this. What this also shows that you have reached the summit of your knowledge. The summit of your knowledge states that I only believe that healing and health can happen in these very specific ways. And if you move outside of those very specific ways, do you know who was a healer without having to go through Western medicine? Jesus. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Does that trigger me? Is my feelings so soft that I can make a reaction, but I can't hear a reaction from that? Let that settle. Let that sit for just a moment. But let's also take a moment to talk about why we have reactions like this, because it just pushed what was normal for you. And the wonderful thing about what is normal for you is that you can change that. You can change it anytime you want. And this individual, and I'm not going to tune into specifically, but this individual is someone who focuses on health. Your whole entire thing is about you being someone who focuses on fitness. So I'm going to use that as an example. If you focus on fitness, I'm going to assume that you teach other individuals how to be fit. And when you're doing that, you're focusing on a holistic practice to teach them how to be fit, how to make changes in their life so their body can be agile and healthy and strong. And you have a very specific technique that you have learned, and I hope that you have honed. Now, just because you view it that way, someone else who may not work in that same modality of fitness may not view your perspective as the perspective that works for them. There are so many other ways to be fit, through Pilates, through calisthenics, through yoga, maybe not necessarily going to the gym, but we can all agree that those are different ways to be fit. So already, the summit of your knowledge is I'm going to teach people how to be fit in this exact way. Now, transform that and translate that into the same form of energy. I know this is a lot of information. This is not in your wheelhouse, and that's okay. This is a learning moment, so welcome to school. When we do that, we get outside of our ego and say, okay, I know that I'm in service to other individuals. I know that I can help this person get a healthier life. So this is my technique, and there's so many different techniques to do this. Okay, now I'll step outside of that. When I'm being faced with someone else who is focusing on healing modalities that is not accustomed to what I'm being taught either through my dogma or the way that I was raised, I'm having a reaction to that. And your reaction is your responsibility. Listen to that again. Listen to that again and sing it to the trees behind me. Your reaction is your responsibility. The beginning and the end of that sentence. Enjoy!